pedestrians in the parking lot of Hollywood Amazon.
They would have not put men it's all men in harm's way unless they absolutely knew 100%. The only question is there someone in there? We have to believe there is, just based on the what we heard the sheriff say earlier, and now they will. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the same thing.
Julia, the officers are entering the vehicle.
Yeah.
This is happening just moments after we saw that one armored vehicle drive up along both sides of the van, presumably to scan or do some sort of enhanced listening or detection to see whether or not anybody's moving inside this van, so they can make this move that they're making right now, and that is to see whether or not the suspect is indeed inside and whether or not he is still alive at this point. And we want to remind our viewers,
Fox News Alert now, you're looking at live footage on the ground in Torrance, California, a parking lot there. Police have surrounded a white van that the district attorney just announced matches the description of a van that was seen by witnesses fleeing the scene from two separate incidents last night, one in Monterey Park, California, the other in Alhambra. It appears that SWAT team is now making a move on the vehicle after standing nearby for the last better part of an hour. We're learning new details coming into the newsroom each moment now, but Bill, it does appear that they are making a move on this van.
Yeah, they are, and those guys are the elite of the elite when it comes to the LA County Sheriff's Department. That's known as SEB, the Sheriff's Enforcement Bureau. You can see those heavy armored vehicles they have there. Those are all very highly trained, essentially SWAT guys, and this is the first activity we've seen there at that surrounded van in at least well over an hour now at this point. You can see they appear to be clearing that vehicle. The point guy's got his, he had his gun pointed at first, but it does seem to be a pretty relaxed posture as they're going into that vehicle right now. Again, we just heard Sheriff Robert Luna say they do believe there is somebody inside, but they don't know that person's condition. So as you look at these live images with us, you can now see the Sheriff's Department has made entry into that vehicle. Somebody just gave a hand motion right there. If it was, he might have put 4 fingers up for code 4, meaning it's clear, it's possible. They're now opening up the back of the van right there, and as you can see, it's still a fairly relaxed posture there, Jillian, which we can interpret as, it does not appear there is an active threat inside that.
Actually have some new information, but stick with us for a second. We're hearing that Torrance police are surrounding a white van. This is outside of Del Amo Fashion Plaza, and this, of course, is a vehicle of interest in this case.
Yeah, earlier, Sheriff Robert Luna had noted that the suspect may have fled the location in a white cargo van, and since then they've been calling this cargo van a van of interest. So again, word that Torrance PD has a white van surrounded at the Del Amo Shopping Center.
Today, the sheriff's homicide investigators, working alongside all of our law enforcement partners, were able to confirm the identity of the male inside the white cargo van as the suspect in the mass shooting that we had in Monterey Park. Based on the previous information relayed by homicide investigators regarding the white van involved and seen leaving the scene of the incident in the city of Alhambra, the Torrance Police Department was notified, and at 10:20 a.m., the Torrance police officers located the white van matching the description near the area of Sepulveda Boulevard and Hawthorne Boulevard. As Torrance officers pulled behind the vehicle, the white van entered a shopping center parking lot. When officers exited their patrol vehicle to contact the occupant, they heard one gunshot coming from within the van. Officers retreated and requested several tactical teams to respond. 2 armored vehicles responded and were able to restrict the van's movement. At 12:52 p.m., our sheriff's SWAT team approached and cleared the van and determined the suspect sustained a self-inflicted gunshot wound
As you know, hate crime is nothing new for some in our community, especially the AAPI community, and that's why almost 3 years ago, the County Board of Supervisors took action right on the cusp of COVID when we saw assaults against people of Asian descent. So we know this is a problem, and we have to confront it. But I hope today that we remain united, and that when we see something, we say something. And as the sheriff said, we know that this is a day of a solemn moment, but we also know that the Lunar New Year means so much to our AAPI communities. And this is a time of reflection and prayer. So I know I will do whatever I can in my capacity, working with all of our partners here to see how we can heal, but also come up with some plans and see how we can better serve our community so that we can stop this hate that somehow has taken a hold over our communities. So I pray for those families, and I know that this community is resilient. It has been. It's gone through a lot already, but they remain fierce, and they are our community. They are our familia.
to move it. Oh yeah, they're gonna move it. They're lifting up the body. See, they're gonna bring it. They're gonna bring the body. Yeah. That's a body. That's a body. Yeah.
He's in.
He's in.
He's back.
Is he the shooter? Is he the shooter?
Huh?
Is he the shooter?
I mean, we don't know.
Most likely.
He could be someone who got shot.
Yeah.
Who came to buy, food and got shot in the.
But the bullet hole was like really high, so it looked like a self-inflicting wound. It didn't look like because the hole was like really high on the window. I don't think nobody could shoot from the a really high angle, so most likely self-inflicted.